that when all is said and done, there's only one truth that I know of, and it comes up pretty much in every video, and that's love. And as the technology increases, this is just my opinion. Again, I can't prove this, and I hate saying things that I can't prove, but sometimes you just have a feeling. And, I am more comfortable now with saying things that I can't prove. Because, it's easy to say, oh, well, prove it. Well, I can't. Or, disprove it. Well, you can't disprove it because there's no way to disprove it either. And I'm not saying that makes it right. I'm just saying it's my opinion, is that, we are not the first civilization that was highly advanced and, pensive and technological. I don't think that's the truth. But the scary thing is when you see the glass that they found in India, the glass they found in the deserts in Egypt. The nuclear glass? And the nuclear glass, yes. Yeah. And then you pair that with these wonderful and beautiful pyramids made of these stones, and like how they're perfectly aligned geometrically and geographically with the stars and all of this. It saddens me, and it shouldn't, because this life, this ego means nothing. The oneness, the togetherness, the love is what means something, and it will always survive, and it will outlast nuclear wars, and it'll outlast everything else that could ever happen. Any type of bad disaster that could happen, it will outlast it. But it really is scary to know that there was these beautiful structures that were created out of love and created out of the science that we have. And maybe there was other science that was used too, because it kind of can't, I guess it could be recreated, but it wouldn't be easy to recreate it. But then even today, exactly. But then you see this nuclear glass and you think, man, this could have been from a civilization that destroyed itself. And I feel like the skyscrapers and the beautiful parks and ponds and everything that we've created, the man-made stuff, the beautiful stuff, the art that we've created is, it's pure love manifesting itself into existence in the world. But then we have like nuclear bombs and weapons and shit that could kill everybody. And I just don't know that that's not like always the inevitable path.
Well, a couple things that I want to touch on. One is the technology and the nuclear annihilation thing that you're talking about, and I think that's part of like the test that we're on. Is that like eventually we're gonna have to become a multi-planet species. We're gonna have to at some point, millions of years in the future.
Maybe we already are.
Maybe we already are. But I'm saying we don't have the technology known to us to leave this planet if there's a cataclysmic event on Earth. We don't have that. So the game kind of seems to be, can you figure out how to leave the planet before or during this cataclysmic event without first destroying yourself? Because you're going to have the technology first to destroy yourself before you have the technology for that deep space travel. It's just the way that it seems that the evolution of technology works. So it's kind of like a ticking time clock. And like you can either destroy yourself or you can save yourself. The second thing is that, and I used this example yesterday, but I want people to hear it because I think everyone knows it, but they don't really see what it is, where you say it can't be proven. To me, that's not true because of what I told you yesterday about dogs, right? Dogs are an animal that and I see it every time, like I cuddle with my dog in the morning when we wake up, like we like look at each other. I love my dog so much and he loves me. I can feel it. He's like a little love machine, right? And we created, speaking of animals, we created this different breed of animal that was a wolf, a killing machine. We created into a dog by loving them so much. And if you want proof of that, just look anytime someone walks down the street with a dog. Like, what happens? A person goes up to him, oh my God, your dog is so cute. What kind of dog is it? How old is it? What's the breed? All these questions about the dog, not a word about the person. Like the person's not even there. That's how much people love dogs. And look at what that did to this animal. It changed it in such a drastic way that it's now indistinguishable from what it originally was. Now imagine we did that with each other. Just imagine. what the human race would be like if we treated each other the same way, if we loved each other the same way we love dogs. So that's my take on.
You know, this is an unexpected turn for me in the conversation, but I like this one better than I liked where my turn was going. So yeah, I agree with you 100% on the love being the only one universal truth that can change outcomes. And you know, you might talk to yourself and you might try to get answers from God, or I know I do the quotes, I shouldn't do the quotes, but you know, you can try to get answers from God, you try to get answers from, you know, the oneness, you know, you try to get answers from your own ego, and the end of the day result is that you can't change anything. Everything that's happening, happened, or will happen is already done. Time is just how we perceive our life moving on. And the reason why it's so hard to grasp that, and people say, oh, well, you can't prove that. You know, it's because there's a certain part of reality that is imperceptible to us. For sure. And I think that there's different twists and turns and movements that happen that change your trajectory, but there's another you with a similar ego, I hate to say cross-dimensionally because again, can't be proven, but cross-dimensionally that's living a different life than you're living. So all the outcomes have happened. All the outcomes are possible. You just can't necessarily, you know, the decisions that you make will definitely affect what happens to you, but I can't say that it wouldn't have happened to you anyway had you not done whatever it was that you thought was going to affect it. Like, in other words, you know, it's not like something that you can plan out and say, okay, I'm going to do this, and this, and this is going to be the outcome. There's all twists and turns, and there's too much going on. And